Wow, what a storm. Well, the blizzard of 2011 is now over here across the Northeast. We're left with post-mortem widespread 6 to 12 inches across parts of the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, and even much more than that across southern New England. Some areas reported in excess of 3 feet. Now, we are now dealing with the after effects here with trees down, etc. But let's take a look at what it was like while the storm was at its worst, and here's some video I captured from my hometown in Wayland, Massachusetts.
And it looks like you've experienced the same kind of difficulty as Sarah, Roby.
Paul, the last time you came to us, I was saying in my 15 some odd years of covering this type of snowstorm, I was about to say this is the worst, and then we lost all power on the truck. I don't know if it had anything to do with the wind, but that's really a huge factor here. First of all, at 4 a.m., we had thunder snow. The entire sky lit up. We jumped right out of our seats down here. If you look across the street here at the Copley Plaza Hotel, you can see the awning whipping in the wind. That has been the deal all morning long here, with the wind has just been vicious. And this is a heavy, thick type of snow. If you step outside of your car for just a couple of minutes, you'll get soaked by it. And it's very, very heavy and thick. Now we're going to look at some video.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed that clip. Believe it or not, here, possibly the most obsessed weather fanatic in the world who runs Stormtopia, myself. Actually, that was shot right over at my house. You can imagine I was just grinning ear to ear during that whole event. Well, here's a current radar view here. We can see the United States right now lighting up the radars with occasional areas of rain and snow showers across the interior northwest. We've also got a number of clippers making their way on through the Midwest. But what's up with these clippers? Because I can just essentially do it a 500 millibar analysis here, and you would understand why we're seeing the clippers. What we've got here, I'll show you what's going on. We basically got warm ridging in here, okay, the polar jets back into here, there's moisture in here, and the moisture just rides off out of Alberta as an Alberta clipper, bringing light amounts of snow over the next 84 hours here, basically for this entire area. This is what we have to worry about here. 2 to 4 inches likely by the time these little mini clippers are all said and done, one after another. Just gonna put a big W here for the worry zone. Although we're not too worried, you know. You just eat some tomato soup over the weekend. You watch the light snow fall. You go out, watch a movie. It's not gonna be a big deal. It won't be the big blizzard we saw. Now, let's see what's happening here. Enough blabbing on. Let's see the actual images. Right, alright. Here's 18Z Friday. It's quiet and cold, but nice across the Northeast, ending your work week here. We make our way Friday evening to Saturday morning. We got a number of clippers making their way on through the Midwest, and it's really not a big deal, guys. I mean, look at this. Barely any moisture. That's a tenth of an inch. Are you really going to get worried about tenth of an inch? I don't think so. Honestly, no. Alright, so that's maybe an inch. And here's another inch, and then there's a clipper behind that by Sunday, Saturday, Friday to Sunday. It's just clippers coming through. They each produce an inch. And by the end of the time period, you're looking at widespread 1 to 3 inches, isolated more here. You make your way from Alberta through the north-central United States, through New England. Alright, this is our area here to watch for widespread 1 to 3 inches. Some spots see a little bit more. There's going to be lake effect in the eastern Great Lakes. The eastern sides of the Great Lakes, I should say, and that arises the worry for the possibility of 2 to 4 inches, even 4 to 8 inches in isolated areas. But guys, not looking at a big snowfall event. Only 4 to 8 inches for the lake effect areas, and that just remains to be seen. Alright guys, that's just about it for now. Oh! No, it's not. I know. You think, oh, Nick, another forecast video where you end before the big storm. I know we're all getting hyped up about the possibility of a big storm here for the eastern United States around early next week. What have the models show right now, I'll show you here. Little short wave rises out of the southern plains, makes its way into the southern Ohio Valley, hooks up with the polar jet, and there's a snowstorm somewhere in the eastern United States, but there's a big question mark about where. The latest models essentially show primarily rain back into here. Okay, and then snow back into here, so we'll do the S, snow, and then rain. And you say, alright. But these models change. And not only do they change, but I don't think they're doing a good job. Let's say, I'm gonna have to call out the NAM here. Let's take a look at the NAM initialization. This is how much snow cover the NAM believes is on the ground, was on the ground at 12Z today. And this is just a big 18 inches for North Haven, Connecticut? No, they got 30. 10 inches for the Berkshires? No, they got 35. I mean, I could go on and on calling out these areas that the NAM is doing a bad job with the initialization, but all the models are. So if they can't tell you how much snow is on the ground now, and they can't get an idea of how the snow cover is going to cool the atmosphere over the next few days, then how can they understand and comprehend the situation that's going to be going on when the storm comes around? That's my question. If you have an answer, go to stormtopia.com, search it on Facebook, and comment on this post. And then you can tell me what your answer is on how they're going to do that. But I don't see how there's an answer. Who knows? Maybe some of you are smarter than me. Let's see. That's it for now. Blabbed on enough. Hope you got enough weather out of this whole session. Have a great day.